Philosophy is championship standard every day of the week. That's really in it in a nutshell. I go to a lot of golf clubs who every day of the week the greens are good, if not poor. Then comes to a major tournament and they get them to a very good standard, but then they drop off again. So my ultimate goal is to keep them at championship standard 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Everyone thinks to get fast greens, it's all about cutting, shave them down, and you'll get automatic fast greens. Which, in a sense, that is true. But there's also probably, a dozen other factors that come into it, and they could range from top dressing to verticutting to having the right fertiliser regime and the irrigation. So you're not letting them dry out too much, but you're obviously making them too sodden. So it's the overall package. And cutting is one of those disciplines that you need to get right to achieve that. But ultimately, it comes down to a good, solid course maintenance program or greens maintenance program to achieve that. Because I was cutting very low at my former job, I decided to come over to Ealing Golf Club and implement the same cutting regime, but with the same maintenance regime as well. So, for instance, summer spiking, liquid feeding. Which has been quite revolutionary in this country. So it's not all about the cutting height. It's other techniques are needed to maximise the meadowgrass potential, which a lot of courses suffer in this country with meadowgrass greens. Wentworth, for instance, have just dug up their greens because ultimately they were meadowgrass. So they're a challenge, but I think I've proved that it is capable with the right maintenance backup. You'll go to a lot of courses and they will do things like spiking, they'll do things like sand dressing. We do all those things, probably more than other courses, but ultimately their surfaces don't improve. Now, I think the members will put up with a bit of pain as long as you are producing the surfaces, and I think a lot of guys, greenkeepers, course managers, lose sight of that sometimes. They're doing all the right things from an agronomic point of view, but ultimately golfer wants to come on, putt on a fast, firm, true green. Our benchmarking is 10.5 foot to 11 foot every day of the week. So, as I say, from Monday to Sunday, no matter when you come down, that's our benchmark. And it's taken a few years to get that, but we're pretty much there now. No matter if we have, some really tough weather, heavy downpours, in a very short time, we're still holding the stimp meter readings. We have two different types of bench setting there. One will be for club competitions, so that'll be spring meeting, autumn meeting, club championship, captain's day. So broad section of the members we play in, and that'll be 12, and we achieve that. But when we have the low handicap golfers coming along, the real top-notch players in the country who come along and play, then we get them up to 13, and last year for our scratch open we had them up to 14.25, which arguably you could say that's too fast. But I think if you spoke to any of the players who played that day, they enjoyed putting on immensely. They really did.
Yeah, I mean, condition-wise, it's right up there among some of the best I've played. They're as good as anywhere you'll play. They're absolutely unbelievable.
Master Greenkeeper is an award issued by the Greenkeeping Association for your sort of excellence in greenkeeping. I'm the 52nd in the world. It is worldwide recognised, and I think there's around about 20 in England. There's probably the same in America. There's some in Canada and there's in Europe as well. So it is worldwide, and it's becoming more and more recognised throughout the world, which is good. It's something to benchmark yourself with. The club have invested very well over the years, last 5 years really. We've got a brand new irrigation system, which is one of the top 2 in the world. You've got ultimate control on the water. Every sprinkler you can control. So one of the big performances of that has been the greens. You've been able to control the greens performance to the absolute ideal moisture content. It's definitely nice to produce a golf course for the golfers and then get praise for that, and I think that's important, definitely, yeah.